Welcome to the Campfire Adventure. We're glad you're here. We are Campfires and Dragons, a group of Christian nerds who play D&D to tell redemptive stories. Grab a warm drink, a snack, take a seat, get comfortable as we dive into the next episode. When last we met, our heroes were in Ivo's laboratory. They had entered into what seemed like a relatively simple kind of government lobby, and relatively quickly were confronted by a simulacrum, a robot that looked just like Ivo, a little grayish dwarf. They defeated it pretty quickly and moved on through that room using a key card that they found into the next room. And this is where things became a little bit tricky. In that room, they found a bunch of test tubes with experiments, which seemed to be experiments that Ivo had been working on, right? And they were in these like healing pods. And then there were these statues. So you guys went through this room, ended up fighting these statues, which turned out to be like defensive robots that were protecting the room, and freed as many of these creatures as you could. In the process, Doc ran forward, opened the door at the far end of the room to find that Ivo was in the next room, or at least maybe another simulacrum of Ivo, but this one seemed to look and see and act a little bit different. So Doc on his own confronted Ivo, and Ivo called down 6 more robots that all looked identical to him and began a fight. When we left off, you guys had finally resolved things in that previous room. You had decommissioned those robots, saved most of the people that were in those pods, and the party had gathered in this next room, confronted by a total of 7 virtually identical looking Ivos. And the very last thing that happened is you attacked one of them, and to your surprise, without doing much damage, defeated it, only to find that it exploded upon defeat. And Doc, you dove out of the way of the explosion as a new robot took its place. And so you are now confronted with 7 total robots, which you now know are not hard to kill, but will explode. And you're not sure which of them is actually Ivo. That's where we're picking up today. Tuesday for this group.
You know,
we got
if
this.
There's one thing we like to blow up, it's robots. All right.
Isn't that the truth? It's become a theme, become a trend.
Polaris takes that personally about copper.
Oh yeah,
Copper's different though. Copper's made out of copper.
We'll have to mourn him properly when this battle is over.
All right. So, as we begin, I will recall, Doc, you just leapt backwards to dodge this explosion, and a new robot landed. A couple of things are going to happen before you guys have a chance to do anything. First of all, let me go back to make sure that I'm looking at the right initiative order here. I want to make sure I'm remembering your guys' initiative order for this. You guys see that as this new robot lands, Ivo, all of the various Ivos, kind of snicker in this wicked way. And they all start to do something that you almost it's similar to what Ez does sometimes, right? Where his movement becomes like blurry and hard to perceive, and he's able to like move through things. It's not quite the same, but they kind of all start to just like shake with this vibrational energy, and they there's like this flurry of movement that you guys are trying really hard to track. But imagine like what's that thing where people do the gambling? Sometimes where like they have the
3-card Monty.
3-card Monty.
The cup and the little.
Yeah, but it's 7. It's 7 of them. They all just start to like dash around the room. I will have each of you guys roll for I think this would be perception. You just
Can I get advantage because I'm a cat and cats love to watch the really fast movie things?
because they all have like this is like a cat following a laser.
They're like the pupils get really big, so everything's like super in focus, and they're just like, oh, the moving things.
Would it be advantage or disadvantage because the cat never actually gets the dot?
I'll give you risk reward option here, Polaris. If you want advantage, you get advantage, but in return, what also has to happen is, you know how cats, when they're chasing they don't just follow it with their eyes, they're like pouncing after it. If you
I have to go after whichever one.
You can have advantage on trying to keep track of these, but you're gonna move your full movement speed toward them to try and, because you are a cat and so 30 feet. You're gonna move 30 feet toward them because that's how cats are. They're like, they follow with their whole body. Or you don't have to take advantage.
Gosh.
You don't have to have advantage if you don't want. You can just roll.
Does that movement include like pouncing at them with my cat claws?
You'll move to here. Basically where this big like.
Or just in the middle?
Yeah, right in the middle of the room.
Okay.
So that's up to you. If you want advantage, you can do that. And thematically, what you're doing is you're doing that thing that cats do, where you're like, trying to chase after them with your whole body to keep track of each one of them.
I nat 20'd my perception.
Ghana got a nat 20. So Ghana's just standing back there, just
know.
stoically, and he's just like friggin'. He's had his Ritalin today, dude. He's just like, he's just tracking these things like nobody's business. Okay.
Ghana has cat eyes now.
I'm gonna go for the risk reward.
Okay.
Just because I imagine she's not doing it because she thinks she's cool, but because she is a cat. There is a level of cats don't have choice. Yeah, in the matter.
All right. So Ghana got a nat 20. You
22.
got
22.
That advantage paid off because that 3 would have been a bummer. You got a 22. Okay, Ez and Doc. I need your perception rolls.
Oh my no!
Again.
I quit. Give me.
Oh no!
I quit.
You're cursed. You're cursed.
I got a 13.
Okay, and then
You might want to
that
switch dice,
skin.
bro.
Ez,
You gotta switch that skin.
Ez, here's what happens for you. As you can still know, the only one that you're able to keep track of, Ez, is the one that's listed as number 1, the one that just fell down. You saw that one land. You keep track of it. The other 2, you've lost track of. Ghana, Polaris, you keep track of all of them. So all the ones that are marked, you still know that none of those are actually Ivo. Doc, you are not quite
Just
sure
don't even talk to me.
how many Ivos there are. You've forgotten if it was 7, if it was 12, if it's 3.
Oh.
You forgot one died.
You're so you're just so scattered right now. This explosion just rattled you, dude, and you're just like,
Oh man.
shoot, was it 7 or 12 or I can't. Okay. With that said, we're back into initiative order, and Ghana, it's your turn.
Okay.
I am gonna move things around.
Need
real
to
quick.
get back into Ghana mentality.
Yeah, let me move things around a little bit, scatter things. This is 3-card Monty.
Love it.
I'm so confused. Oh wait, no, I'm Polaris. I'm not confused. I'm following.
This is 7 Ivo Monty. Okay. So the only one that you know as is 1. The rest of them. Wait. 1 is 1. 8. Sorry, 1 is dead. 8 is the one that you recognize. Okay. What do you want to do, Ghana? As you just saw your cat friend pounce into the room in the middle of a bunch of explosive robots. She's like, it's these ones.
Ghana's gonna take aim at the 2 further ones. What is that, number 6 and 2?
Yep.
And as Ghana's a little off today. Like,
As noticed. And he yelled at you guys for it.
All right, we're mad at them, aren't we?
yeah. That's why I was like, I have to get back into Ghana.
Oh, that's right. He's just like, he's really personally upset about this Ivo guy. This is not just a typical fight for him.
So Ez would just hear Ghana under his breath almost just say, this ends here, as he's going to launch a guiding bolt at number 6.
Presses and locks it on.
For a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is going to deal 10 radiant damage.
Great. Wait, hold on. I need to do one thing really quick. Okay. I have to fix a couple things. Yep. Okay. So number 6 gets hit with 10 radiant damage, and you see 6 explodes as he is hit. He falls back, explodes, and is replaced with a new robot that lands in its place, which you would now know is not the real Ivo, so you would be able to remember that.
And number 2 gets hit with the spectral archer that kind of comes out of Ghana's back, takes aim, and then launches an arrow.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a nat 1.
That misses.
Oof.
So you fire, hit
Wait.
one of them.
Oh,
Ghana grabs the mask.
Oh, heck yeah.
Ready.
wait, how many charges
Turns
do you
it
get of
into a
that?
nat
How many
20.
charges do you get?
I get 2
Ooh,
charges.
let's
I used
go.
1 to do the teleport, and then I'm using the
Nice.
last one to grab the mask and turn it to a nat 20.
Yeah, you can do each
And
of
then
those once per day.
Okay,
So
let's go.
I think Doc needs that mask.
For 15
Yeah.
radiant damage.
killer. Okay. That one is also going to explode and be replaced. So that one is also now this is now robot number 10.
This is when we find out that none of these are Ivo.
Oh, Doc's already thinking down that route. Just get me to my turn.
Great. Do you have anything else to do with your turn?
Well, seeing that neither one of those is Ivo, I believe Ghana would take out his mace and start charging toward this one.
Toward 4? Okay. All right.
Even though he already knows these explode, he is not thinking correctly.
Fair enough. Ez, you're up.
So, question for DM, because I want to do something here. I don't know if it will affect the explodey stuff, but because I'm going to do it anyway, so like it doesn't matter what you're going to answer, but I'm just player curiosity. If I were to slow down time, because Ez is not having a good day, would that give people advantage on getting away from explodey robot things, given that time is literally slowed around them?
When time is slowed down, does that
They
slow
can't-
everyone down? Or does it do you
Only
control
who I
what
choose.
slows?
Chosen
Only who I
creatures.
choose.
So if
So
you would
it makes it so that they can only use an action, bonus action, or
Right.
reaction.
Genuine
doesn't it?
mechanics, it wouldn't change anything in terms of the explosion thing. It's more so for like,
Yeah.
would DM rule it that in the spirit of the game,
Yeah.
Oh,
if
it's like in
time is
slow-mo.
slowed,
Right.
it would technically take
Yeah.
them longer to explode than
yes. So if you're
normal.
only using time slow on these robots, it would do 2 things. One, it would give you guys all advantage on 3-card Monty, and it would give you advantage on escaping from explosions.
Okay. So Ez is going to his.
You just put it
'cause
all
he's-
to bullet time. And you
'cause-
also get bonus points for it just being cooler.
I mean, we're here for it, right?
Slow-mo explosions.
Ez is going to, because he's currently using kinetic jaunt, so he's got like that like crackling energy around him that like is him kind of like buzzing in and out of like planes of existence. And he starts to just consolidate it down into just one small just force of energy. And like before, he just screams and it just like pulses through the room. And each of the robots, if one of them is Ivo, of course, needs to make a wisdom, I believe. Sorry, let me pull it up. A wisdom saving throw. Needs to make a DC 17 wisdom saving throw. The only one that I'm choosing not to affect is the one that I am aware is not Ivo.
Oh, okay. And so you can affect. Is it because there's a limit, or because you just don't want to slow that one down?
There is a limit. I can do up to
Up to
6 creatures. 6 creatures.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So all but the one that you know. So the one that you know.
Yep.
Was 5, I think, right? That was my recollection.
Yeah, it might be easier just to mark the one
that
that isn't affected than the ones that are.
Yeah, 8's the only one that you aren't slowing down. Okay. So fail, success. Oh, how am I going to keep track of this? Hold on.
Go left or right.
Hold on. I don't know how to, I'm just going to put a little marker next to it.
Are you trying to...
Slow. How do you want me to... You do it. You know how to. The second one is the only one that's succeeded so far. Third one...
Put exhausted
fail.
on.
Fourth one. Fail. Fifth one. Fail. Sixth one. Succeed. So 2 and 6 succeed. The rest do not.
2 and 6.
Going clockwise around the circle.
Where are 2 and... There's no 2.
No. I just mean going clockwise around the circle. So here, I'll
Oh, got it.
Loop. Loop. Okay.
All right. So, with that...
Is 7 supposed to be dead?
7's dead.
Okay.
There you go. We need to give these all names. You want to name them all? Or do we like numbers?
No, we can just do
The
numbers.
numbers are fine.
So Ez is then going to move
one's
5,
Lisa.
10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, no, I can't. That's a literal wall, so I'll stay right there. And then 4, so that was my action. And is...
Yeah, I think because you duplicated 7.
Oh.
And then Ez is going to do his free action to switch to his longbow.
Okay. Great. So you just slowed a bunch of them down and switched to your longbow.
Yep,
Thanks
and then
for
that's
getting
my
rid of all
turn.
these weird phantasmal 7s that were in there. Great.
And then you have
Okay.
the spell for what all the guys have issues with, right?
What is it actually called? Let me pull it up so I can have it in front of me.
Yeah, it's called slow. So they have a -2 penalty to their AC and dexterity saving throws. They cannot take reactions. And then on their turn, they can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during the turn. And if the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it cannot, the spell is
You're
wasted.
one of those people that when you played Pokemon, you didn't just always use attacks, huh? You would use like the things that made things weaker.
Yeah, he would spam tail whip until they start missing, and then he would...
I'm actually the
he'd spam
Shuckle.
Sand attack.
I'm the Shuckle who has like 365 defense and special defense. And then I just use shell defense to get all of that even maxed out. And then I just use sandstorm. And the sandstorm actually just kills you. And I'm just sitting there doing nothing.
You people.
That's my Pokemon
right.
play right there.
Polaris, you're up. What do you want to do? You've now pounced your way into the middle of the circle. You're looking around. You know at this point, all but one of them, you've noticed things about them, or you've seen them fall from the ceiling.
Okay, so she pounces into the center. She's very wildly followed them, and once it all stops, she almost kind of looks confused as to how she even got to where she is. Like, oh. And then sees Ghana do his attack and realize, oh, this guy, last one, and just instinctually just immediately fire bolts at him.
Okay. Roll for damage. Or roll for, not damage, roll to hit.
For hit. 13.
Ooh, that is gonna hit.
Alright, it's hitting for 7.
Okay. You see him, what, firebolt or thunderbolt?
Mm-hmm. Fire.
Yeah. So you launch it at him, and you see him just get engulfed in flames for a moment, and as it passes, he's scarred and burnt, but still standing, staggered a little bit, not thrilled. But he does all that kind of in bullet time. He kind of staggers back in slow-mo.
She is, as basically, like, the second that firebolt has left, like, her hand, she is just back. So I'm here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's back with Ez.
Okay. You bolt out of there.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. That's your turn.
She also can she talk to Ez? Can she say something to Ez?
Sure.
She's gonna point at that one and be like, that's the only one that I don't know for sure isn't real. Ignore the rest.
Right. You're only saying that to Ez? You don't want to shout that to the room? You don't trust the other guys right now?
I guess you could shout it into the room, but I mean, she's just like rushing, so I don't think in that moment she's thinking to like shout it out. She's just like, crap, I'm on the X right now, I'm in the center, get back to Ez, tell Ez, point to the guy.
Yeah, fair. All right. You're up, Doc.
Which number are you pointing at? Sorry, I was muted, my apologies.
Number 7.
Number 7, okay.
Front left corner.
I have a question. The individual who is on the slab, right on the back left behind number...
Oh, yeah. The ones that in this image look like just dead bodies, corpses.
Is he chained up?
They are not chained up. They are just... there is an unconscious person on the table, basically like if you'd had someone under anesthesia mid-surgery.
Do either of them look like Ivo?
So just for the sake of this conversation, there's only one. There's one on the left table there where Ivo was working. And it looks like someone who is in the process of being made to look more like Ivo. So.
Okay.
But clearly he's incomplete with the work he was doing.
Right. Doc casts Zone of Truth.
Ooh, okay. How big of an area does that affect?
It's 15 feet. And so I'm going to cast
15-foot radius? Or 15 feet diameter?
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong marker.
If it's radius, we'll say that it can affect all these guys. Because the ones that it wouldn't affect are like right on the edge. Yeah, 15-foot radius would affect all of them.
It's a 15-foot radius.
Okay.
So
if you do that right in the middle, it'll reach all of them.
Yeah, 15-foot radius. And so yeah, he's gonna cast it. They all need to make a charisma saving throw of 15.
Charisma. It may surprise you to know this. He is not very charismatic. Charisma.
Hey,
when people think about Ivo, they don't think Rizlord. You know, that's just not what comes to mind.
Rizlord. More edgelord, less Rizlord. Yeah.
Yeah, that's merch.
Merch.
What's the DC? Because Ghana
15.
is technically
thing.
in it.
I don't
Okay.
know if I actually want to even roll for them because here's the thing. I guess I need to see if any of them get a 20. He has a charisma of -5.
Oh boy. Okay.
So unless he gets a nat 20,
Oh, Ghana nat 1.
but you
He
also
has to
have
tell the truth.
That's such a hard thing for Ghana.
Yes, Ghana. Oh man,
Poor Gata.
Ghana's got to tell the truth.
Yeah, none of these guys succeeded. So they're all affected by your zone of truth.
Doc asked this question.
Better be careful
I know, right?
with your wording.
I've been thinking about this.
Will the real Ivo
That would be the dumb question, right? They'd all stand up. Doc would ask, how do we shut this operation down?
Oh. They all answer in unison.
Now keep in mind.
Uh-huh.
Stop, Pone, stop.
Okay.
They don't have to answer. Soda Truth doesn't mean you have to answer anything,
I need
right?
this.
They just can't answer lies. Right?
Goes, don't you take this from me, Bones.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Zone of Truth just says you can't lie, but it doesn't mean you have to speak.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, you don't have time.
You can just choose not to answer the question.
Yeah. This I know. But they will. They will say, all in unison. You'll be really glad about this, Doc. They'll say, you'll have to kill Ivo.
You know,
Rolled a nat 1 on that one.
I'll give you a follow-up question if you want. On your turn.
I don't
Still
want
your
to
turn.
ask which one of you is Ivo.
I can't imagine what they would say.
Ghana would honestly say, I am not Ivo.
Okay, so my follow-up
God
question
is like, I think
is,
you've got to kill Ivo.
yeah. My follow-up question is, what mechanism is controlling this operation?
Oh man, this feels like asking an IT guy like what the virus on your computer is. When you're not
that's
an IT.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, but it's like asking that when you're not an IT guy. He's gonna try to explain the answer. I think he's gonna. You see them all kind of look at each other, look at you, and how would they? If they're gonna try to explain this at all, how would they try to explain to you the like mechanical quasi-arcana mechanism that only a high-level what are you?
At the root of it, isn't the mechanism behind it all just Ivo?
Yeah.
Well, what?
Stop! You all.
No. What are you? Why can't I think of what you're called right now? What are you, Polaris? You're a
Artificer.
artificer.
Yes, that.
What's tricky is a high-level artificer would understand this, right? Like if you walked into the Hoover Dam and you were like, "How does this work?" and an engineer was like, "How do I explain it to you in layman's terms?" This guy is he understands engineering in a way that Doc just probably doesn't. But I also think he's egotistical enough that he will answer this. He wants to show people his genius.
Starts talking about the flux capacitor and
Here's what happens. Have you seen Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes.
You know the scientist guy in Nightmare Before Christmas that is like he made Sally, and he opens his brain and he can like touch his brain. You see all of these Ivos just open their head like a hatch, and you see identical looking. We'll get back to that. At first blush, identical looking brains sitting inside of these skull caps, and he just kind of pokes at them, and you can see that each of them have kind of arcana tech style components attached to these brains that you don't know what that is. You can't make it out, but something is in these brains that's allowing them to be this weird hybrid organic magic mechanical mechanism, and they're all kind of arcing with some kind of magical electricity, and he just kind of they point at it and show it to you, and then close their brains. I will, as you do that, you can roll for perception to see if, as they do this, again, Ivo's just egotistical enough that he is proud of the fact that he's created this brain Neuralink software like Elon Musk. You can roll perception to see if that gives you any insights about, maybe you can tell maybe one of these brains looks a little bit different than the rest. And because you, I think, are the only person right now that doesn't have full awareness of which one is the right Ivo.
That's correct. Man, I almost have anxiety.
I mean, we don't even know that. Like,
any of
even
these
as
are Ivo.
Polaris, I don't know that guy is necessarily the actual Ivo. I just know he's the only one that hasn't been proven out as a robot.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
convinced none of them are Ivo.
So like, should I also roll then, also for like perception on that dude?
Yeah, anyone who's watching, if you
See
want to
his
roll
brain?
perception to see if there's something different about any of these brains. And I guess, Polaris, if you're trying to take a close look, you're probably only trying to look at that one, so you would have advantage on that. You're taking just to look at that one. With a 14, Doc.
No, that was Ghana.
Oh, Ghana.
Ghana.
What did you get, Doc?
I got a nat 20.
Oh, well, that's good. I'll just go ahead and roll, please. I have anxiety about rolling right now. I'm not lying.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
Come
on,
on,
man.
you got this.
At 14.
There we go.
Look, that's just a
There,
nice-
but not in that one.
A nice neutral. Okay, so Doc, you are now caught up with everyone else. You notice
Okay,
that 7,
great.
there is something a little bit different about it. You're not quite sure what. Maybe it's just that it's a little bit bigger than the rest. Maybe it's just that it's a little bit more gray. I don't know, but it's something is a little bit different about it. With a nat 20, Polaris, what's a narrative reason? Your studies as an artificer have included. You're actually really proud of yourself for a moment here. You're recalling and integrating information that you've been learning and studying since you've been kind of rededicating yourself to artificer knowledge. And this is not anything you would have read in your books, but you are just beautiful minding in this moment. And it's like those memes where all the numbers and shapes are in the air. And you're integrating all this knowledge that you've been learning, and you are able to piece together that the mechanism in number 7's brain is somehow a sending node, and that the mechanism in all of the other ones that you just saw are receiving them. So you now
She is
feel
just
with a
madly
great deal of
tapping
confidence.
as his arm and shaking his arm and pointing to the guy and trying to madly, like, terribly explain what she's seeing very excitedly, because the nerd in her is like, oh my gosh, I know what this is. Oh, right, he's the bad guy, but like, oh my gosh.
It's the guy in, what was it? It's that meme where the guy's got like all the red thread behind him and he's just like,
Exactly, yeah. So she's just like shaking as his arm, pointing it out because he's the nearest person.
Yeah,
I got you.
Great. Is that your whole turn, Doc? You haven't. That was an action to cast Zone of Truth, and then you asked a couple of questions. So that's probably your bonus action. Is there? Let me know if there's anything else you want to try to do.
I would
That's a lot
say
of stuff.
that at this point, that's all Doc's going to be able to do. So.
Okay. It is now Ivo's turn. I need all of you to roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
Another one.
Another one.
Give me a nat 20, please. Oh, a 5. Good
It's
grief.
not a
9.
0.
9.
I
Better
got a
than a
1. You cursed me.
No. Sorry. I should have clarified. As you roll 2, but Polaris, you still get to roll with advantage because of that last one.
Good thing I had advantage.
Okay, so
That's
we roll
another
again,
nat
then.
1. It's a good thing I had advantage because that was
Hey,
another nat 1.
17.
Cool.
Oh
Killer,
my
killer.
I
gosh.
got a
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
Oh, actually, I'm big dumb. Any of you that didn't roll with advantage, you get advantage because they're all a bunch of these guys are slow. And
Yeah,
so,
all of them are.
so as
shit,
3-card
wow,
Monty
good thing.
happens, you're just watching 3-card Monty happen in slow motion, and
Oh,
it's just like this is
Uh,
You need
okay.
to change your dice, bro.
it's gonna start rolling.
Just
real dice.
reset them.
Okay. And rather than trying to keep track of what everyone knows separately, I'm going to say that as a group, you guys are communicating. You rolled well enough, and because of slow, you see Ivo kind of grins and snickers, and like he wants to do the same thing he did before and confuse you about which one is which, and he's like, haha, you'll never catch me. And then they all start to like scatter and try to confuse you. And you're just watching as in slow motion, they all move around, and you're like, this couldn't be more obvious. None of them make you lose track of them. You 100% know exactly who's where, and there's no meaningful confusion happens in this process. So all that really happens is the one that you guys now know to be, or at least Polaris now knows to be the real Ivo, and the rest of you guys, I think, have pretty well discerned this. You guys just don't know for sure. There's only one that all of you know isn't a fake. Polaris, you're the only one, I guess, that has truly confirmed that you believe this actually is Ivo, or at least it's the one sending information to the rest. They've moved around a bit. It was an ineffective move. But now they are also going to take an attack at you guys. So, let's see. We're just going to go through them in order. So this guy going to charge you, Doc. And he is going to take an attack. Does 24 hit?
24 does hit.
Okay. He does 5 damage to you.
Okay.
This guy is going to charge you, Ghana. He misses. This guy's going to charge you. Does a 14 hit you, Ghana? I don't think it does, right?
It does not.
Okay. This guy's going to charge. You're just the closest one, so sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
He misses. This guy's going to use his ranged attack. It's not a spell. He does have to get a little bit closer to do it, and to give these guys their own squares. Yep. Okay. He gets a little bit closer. He's going to try to attack you. He misses. This guy's going to get a little bit closer. He misses. And then this guy gets his last one. He attacks. And also misses. Great. So not a very deadly round of attack, but they've all kind of moved and scattered. And it is now back to your turn, Ghana.
Okay. You guys set me up for this one. I did this just in case it came up.
Ooh.
Ghana's going to use Thunderwave focused on himself, radiating out.
There we go.
Ooh, okay. That means they have to do a saving throw, right?
Correct.
Okay, what did that roll for?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, and what do they have to beat?
They have to beat a 17.
Okay, fail. So all of them fail that. How much damage do they
Okie
take?
doke. Well, they are all going to take 14 thunder damage and get yeeted 15 feet.
Holy
Is
cow.
it 15 or 10? Maybe 10. 10 feet. So,
Right. I'm trying to think about, do they move if they die? If an explosion gets exploded, right? Does it if an explosive gets exploded, does it blow up where it is? Depends on how fast it explodes. These guys we established have a timer before they explode. It has like a beep beep beep, right? So it's not immediate. So they all get knocked back. So it was 14 damage.
Yes, 14 thunder damage.
Great. Okay. Okay. When they explode, that's 3, 8, 8. So great. All of these guys over. How do I do my little marker? All of these guys over here. The 3 that you just knocked back explode, and those explosions hit the other ones, and those guys explode, cause a chain reaction. And so everything in this area has just exploded.
All 5 of them just explode?
Yeah, all 5 of those have just completely detonated, and they're gone. And you will have a moment before anything replaces them. So on their next turn, we'll see what happens. But for the moment, the room is cleared of those 5. This guy gets knocked back, and he's
and then
looking
bonus
a little bit beat
action. I'm launching an arrow.
Okay. That'll hit.
There's a 28 to hit.
Yeah. That'll do it.
And that's going to hit him for 10 radiant, and then something that I have not done in a very long time, mostly because player just forgot that Ghana has this ability. I'm going to channel the force of the Merid and add an additional 3 cold damage to that.
Dang. Okay, so how much was that? 13?
It's 10 radiant, 3 cold.
Great. Okay. You see he gets hit by this, cosmic arrow that pierces his shoulder, and he's now starting to look, while so far he's looked kind of weird and just egotistical and cocky, he looks around, he sees that 5 of his creations just got exploded and they're gone. It's only him and one other of his creations here. He's realizing that you guys are kind of hip to his game here, and that you're starting to home in on which one of them is him. And he's slowed down, and he doesn't like that. And he's starting to look a little bit. I think you would notice that the expression on his face is shifting from egotistical and kind of cocky to a little bit panicky, like he maybe is in some real danger here. And it's your turn, Ez.
So, as seeing his opportunity, he is going to drop the longbow, pull out the daggers, and he is going to run at Ivo. And then he is going to attack him. He did not activate the dagger of venom, so it's just still a +1 dagger with no extra fanciness.
Okay.
But okay, so he is going to attack with the first dagger, and that is a 23.
Okay, that'll hit.
And then he's going to attack with the second dagger. I'm just going to do it all at once, if that's okay. Make it easier.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Okay. And then he attacks the second dagger. Nat 1, because that's how we do things here.
I don't remember. Do you get advantage on people that are
he just
slowed?
has a -2 to his AC. I do not get advantage, though.
Oh, okay. So the
first
second
one
hit
hits.
misses.
Yeah, that's okay. So that is going to be... Okay, so that is going to be a total of 18 plus 4, so that is a 22 for damage, psychic damage.
Right.
And as the dagger kind of stabs, kind of like the classic Ez, right in like the upper shoulder area as it stabs him, Ez is gonna kind of like whisper a little bit into his ear as this blade strikes him. Machines will always be weaker than the mind.
As you do this, you see, perhaps unexpectedly, some real blood comes out. This guy's getting beat up pretty bad. It's not just the mechanical fluids that you're used to seeing. It's not just the, he is looking, at this point, almost panicked. He's looking like his fight or flight is kicking in. He's looking around the room, looking for escape routes, trying to figure out what he can do. And it is now your turn. Well, do you have anything else that you wanted to do?
No, that's my action and bonus action.
Great. Okay, Polaris, you're up.
Quick question. My infuse item is labeled as a special. Is that a bonus action or is it just like a thing?
Oh, that's a good question. We'll figure that out later. I'll let you just do it as a bonus action for now.
Okay, then I'm not gonna do it. So she's gonna pull out her bow and her short bow and shoot it at him.
Okay.
For a 20, dirty 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
All right, so then that's gonna be 3 damage, and then she's going to use her bonus action to do 2-weapon fighting, and so she's gonna march herself on over there and stab him with a dagger.
Okay.
That is a nat 1.
Okay. So you run over, take a swing at him, and this guy's just so panicked and lashing around and moving that it's like trying to, pick up a kid that's just like freaking out. Like you can't quite get a grip on him. You can't quite get a good land on with your knife, with your dagger.
Since I got the nat 1, it didn't hit. I can't use sneak attack on top of that one. Or could I with the short bow one? I don't think you were hiding or sneaking. Oh, you're getting.
Well, he's right. No, he's within 5 feet of us, or 5 feet of me. Sorry. So yeah, you get sneak attack on your bow. Yeah. Since you missed the dagger, no, but the bow you would.
The bow, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So go ahead and tack that on.
It's just so many ones.
Great.
What we need to reset.
I know.
D&D Beyond.
A lot of ones.
How is she attacking with the bow and the dagger in the same turn?
Bonus action.
2-weapon fighting, it has to be a different light weapon that I use when I do 2-weapon fighting. I have to switch to a different one.
Right, but a bow isn't a light weapon.
Your light bow? Well, it missed anyway.
Oh.
That's a good point.
I mean, I was gonna say the dagger missed anyway, so it works out.
Oh, I got that mixed up with to do a different thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good catch though. All right, great. Yeah, this guy's still looking pretty bad. It's coming down to you, Doc. Your turn. You've got this one simulacrum right next to you, and you see everyone starting to gang up on this one kind of beefier Ivo over there. What do you want to do?
Doc will charge forward and take the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
From that guy.
I don't think you'll get an attack of opportunity unless
you take an attack.
Yeah, you're not moving out of his range.
Okay, then he turns to the one everyone else is ganging up on, and he I
believe in you.
He channels his divinity. So the wind and the waves come up around him, and we're gonna do this thing. Let's see how it goes, please. 25.
There you go. That'll hit.
And that was 8 points of damage.
Okay. Are you doing smite or anything like that as well, or is it just the straight 8?
You know what? I haven't divine smited in a while. So I think we're gonna I'm trying to just decide what Doc would do to Ivo if he's going to kill Ivo. And I think that Doc actually does intend to take this guy out. And so he is going to divine smite. So that was 8 points of damage. And then I need to add, I haven't done this in a while, a 2d8. So let me do that real quick. So another 5 points of damage.
Great. And you get 2 attacks on your turns if you want, right? That's why you've been able to.
I do. So we're gonna go for the next one.
So just so you know, before you take your second attack, you do that first attack, and everyone sees as you rush forward. You guys are kind of used to this now, but you're still not unimpressed by it. Every time it happens, it's a little bit epic. You see the smell of the sea air rushes into the room. It's like waves are like lapping up around him from out of nowhere, and you just rush forward with the force of the Lord of the Whales and the sea behind you, and you charge and you stab this guy right in the gut with your trident. And not only does it hit, but there's this second impact of the divine power of the Lord of the Whales that empowers through your trident, and you see him just get completely gut checked. He collapses to the ground, not unconscious, but bleeding and very near to death. And you see him look up to you guys, scared and panicked and on the brink of death. And
so
with
my
and you have your second action if you want to use it.
Can I, instead of a attack, have another Zone of Truth question?
Yeah. You can use Zone of Truth.
So Doc would just stand tall over this guy and be like, do you want to die? Or do you want to betray Velrath?
Gasping for breaths, kind of speaking and sputtering between gasps, he just says, I don't care about Velrath and his machinations. Yeah, perfection. I have not achieved. Perhaps true, clean, ultimate perfection can only be found in death. Certainly, forfeit is no form of perfection. And he spits some blood on your feet.
Who's next in initiative order? Is it Ghana?
It's after your turn, it'll be Ivo.
Okay.
You'll get a chance to do stuff unless you try to finish him off now.
Well, if you'll let me, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
That was so close to a 1, dude.
The dice wouldn't let you do it.
But
Dice have spoken!
meets beats. And
is it only a 10?
this guy's not.
Well, and he's getting reduced by slow, so his AC is also reduced.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay.
He's tricksy, but he is not strong. So you take a swing, and I think narratively it makes a lot of good sense because I get the sense that you might be a little conflicted now. So you're not trying to just bring the full hammer down. You just are done with this fight, and you take a final swing. And how do you do it? How do you kill him?
I think that Doc is swift and painless. He just puts this guy out of his misery. Like, he just wants him to fall to the ground and be done.
Great. All of you guys, give me 2 dexterity saving throws.
Oh no! Crap!
Oh.
Except for you, Ghana. Ghana, you're out of range.
You're fine. No, I was literally just like, I'm not gonna do it because it's beneficial. I was just about to say, can Ghana use his reaction to dive toward Doc and try to stop him from stabbing him the second time.
Oh.
I mean,
So he absolutely either he'd be too late to stop it, or he'd be arriving there as the explosion is happening.
Yeah, and I think you only get to do things on your turn, unless you have a specific reaction that allows for it.
No, yeah.
So. All right, so yeah, as
Do
Polaris,
we still have
Doc,
advantage because he is slowed?
It's in the slowed field.
Well, it doesn't matter if
Well,
they leave
he's
the
dead
field.
now.
There's no field. It's just they are slowed.
He-
Oh yeah,
there's no
it's just
field.
the creature
The
is
circle is the
affected by it.
truth field.
Yeah,
The circle
he
is
was
the truth
slowed.
field.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me think about this. I think just all of you give me two. Just roll 2 d20s for dexterity.
A save or just flat decks?
Dexterity save.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
Okay.
first one
Doc,
was a 1.
Doc, you need
Uh-huh.
to get you're doing a check, not a save. Take that back. You need to hit your save.
Oh.
You might have proficiency or something.
Yeah, what's your
Save,
dex
dexterity
save? What's your
save.
plus on it?
I don't think he has proficiency.
Oh, as my cat is
I just have
literally
a plus
destroying
1.
the camera as we speak, and there's nothing I can do about it.
I just have a plus
This
1
is
to
my favorite
dexterity.
thing. All right. Give me your saving throws.
The second one was a 19.
Okay.
Dirty 20 and a 12.
Great. Okay. I'm just gonna roll for Ez. Yeah. Killer. Great. So, essentially, what happens as you swiftly and almost mercifully put Ivo out of his misery, you see that both him and his simulacrum start to beep. This is familiar to you guys at this point, but it's beeping like in slow-mo, and you guys all turn and start to dash out of the way. And like in any good, well, in this case, you don't even have to dash. So like in any good action movie, these explosions start to go off, but they are in real life slow-mo. These explosions start expanding, and you guys all just turn and almost casually walk away from these explosions. And as the room is just bursting with red flame and explosion behind you, you guys walk out of this room, or I guess just back to the entrance, and it is as cool gets. Those of you that have hair, it's like, you know, getting wind blown, and it's epic, and everyone watching is amazed. And as the explosion settles and the dust calms, you guys are now left in this room of just the most horrific experiments. And Ivo is there on the ground. His body, really just his head, is left there. The rest of them are completely gone. And you see that all the robots and the shelves around the room kind of power down. And it is a moment of quiet and calm. And as you guys begin to gather your thoughts and reckon with what has just happened, you guys are going to take a break. Hey guys, wanted to tell you about something we've got coming up. April 14th through 16th, the Campfires and Dragons crew is headed to the Nerd Culture Ministry Summit at Glen Erie Castle in Colorado Springs, Colorado. That's right. We'll be playing Dungeons and Dragons in a castle with a bunch of Christians. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a table for beginners. We're going to have a table for more experienced players. We're even going to be offering a table for people who want to try out Daggerheart. So if that's something that you're interested in, we're going to have a whole variety of different options, and it'll be a chance for you to play D&D with Christians in a real castle. Not only that, but the Nerd Culture Ministry Summit as a whole is a conference that's designed to help people use their nerdy passions and interests for the kingdom. So if that sounds at all interesting to you and you'd like to hear from keynotes like Butch Hartman, the creator of Fairly Odd Parents, you can come spend the day hear the keynotes, check out the workshops, and then play D&D with us in the evenings. It'll be a true blast. Plus, our friends at Emberglow will have merch there. You'll be able to pick up some new dice and stuff if that's something you're into. So if that sounds at all interesting, head to ncmsummit.com. That's ncmsummit.com. You can pick up your ticket, see a list of all the keynotes, all the details. We'd love to see you there.